Do you know what's in your area or around you? We bring you local programming in and around the world with well-researched news from a team of well-trained journalists. Don't miss current news coming to you in the comfort of your kafunda, traffic, in your living room, at work, market, office, border, whether on phone, tablet or computer. Hi-Fast Media digital platform engages users and subscribers everywhere. Tune in now by one click on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and our website. Hi-Fast Media, connecting audiences.
Thank you for tuning into the correct line on Hi-Fast digital TV that comes to you right where you are, on your phone, on your computer. You can be able to reach us. We are privileged this morning to host Fred BYAMUKAMA, Uganda's youngest minister, and the Minister of State for Works. First of all, I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
Having been elevated to that high post.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's a man of many hats, son of Balwanyi. His father was one of the fighters in the NRM war, and he's here with us. We are going to concentrate so much about your docket, your new docket as Minister of State for Works. You have certainly gone through the files, you've looked through your work profile. What is going to be your main task in the first 100 days?
Okay, thank you very much. One, let me appreciate you for giving me an opportunity to be with you this morning. And the two, before I answer your question, Ministry of Works and Transport is one ministry. And most people, since they use the word works,
yes,
majority of them call Minister of State for Works. But we are three people there. We have the main minister, the Minister for Works and Transport. We have a State Minister for Works and the Transport, in brackets Works, that is Honorable Chweru. Then there is me, Minister of State for Works and Transport, in the docket of Transport. That is me. So majorly, I'm in the docket of Transport, though the two link up together, yeah.
They link up in the value chain. So, what are going to be your three main tasks in the first 100 days?
In the first 100 days, of which we have so far moved about, I think, 14 to 21 days, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm to remember very well, around there. Of course, as we have mentioned it, the youngest minister in this cabinet, that time you can even have a clue about it. It is true, there are a lot of projects going on in the Ministry of Works and Transport, which we need to follow up. Number one, in the first 100 days, I must give a challenge to the youth to assure them and inspire them that even we, the younger people, we can. Majority of them have been saying we have been left out of the government, and another age group saying the youth cannot perform. We must show them that you can perform and empower them even to love this NRM government. That we can serve. You may not be a minister when you're a youth. You may not be a public servant when you're a youth. But you can become an entrepreneur. You can start up your small projects. You can start up a small business. Even employ your friends. And now, there we get man as youth. So that issue of being poor and other things, that one can be somehow minimized. Then also, back to my party. The party has got a manifesto, and these things, it is we to implement them.
Yes, that's right.
As a party, regardless of the position. So we must speak for the party on the things they have done. And we must supervise these government projects, because the majority of them originate from the NRM manifesto. We have to move in all the corners, regardless of something being out of my docket. We supervise these programs. Where we see things going wrong, we have to bring in people who can advise us. That links me to the point of corruption. We have seen work being done with minimum supervision. And now the people, the contractors and other people involved, they end up doing substandard work, and then the government loses. So the point of corruption, the first 100 days, it must be one of my major points, which I must hand in, and we saw we can fight it, because with corruption we lose a lot, and even the country loses money. You find the rate of how the country is growing in terms of the economy, find it somewhat reduced. Coming back to my docket, you know, transport has got many agencies. We have in the Uganda Airlines, you know, the issues which are there.
Yeah, a lot of issues.
The other day I was seeing the social media posting that
the plane ran out of fuel.
The plane ran out of fuel. The plane can never run out of fuel. I know before it takes off, there are technical people who say that it has a lot of fuel. And where it goes, where it lands, that's where it's supposed to service from. But due to these internal fights, maybe to people who think this is a family business or a personal business, and those who don't wish well to this government. So they come in, bring chips, connive with the contractors to delay the provision of fuel, because we have our service providers. So all those tactics, so that they can make a news and people hate the government. We must put things proper, close supervision, educate the management which is managing the Uganda Airlines. We even tap and uproot those who have teething problems. They want to get little money. They have forgotten this is something which is historical, something which has been just revived. I think since those days, as you know, you know more than me. So we have to put it proper, and we even tell Ugandans, majority of the Ugandans are not aware what we have there. Many of them even just see those aircrafts on TV. They don't know the services we have inside. You can say Ugandan boarding maybe the Kenya Airways leaving our Uganda airline. And you wonder why. We have the best services. Our aircrafts are new. We have just even procured the 356 capacity aircraft. That's the Airbus. Very comfortable, has everything inside. Even more than this, Fly Emirates. So we need to bring Ugandans on board. We win their trust so that the transport sector, as far as the airline is concerned, can move. We also have the Uganda Railways, which we need to add in a lot of efforts, because we have seen government is focusing bringing out work at a reduced cost. And every Uganda and every corner, they are crying of roads. We need tarmac roads. Even the ones they are constructing, they take 3 years, they get spoiled. Some of them, they subject them to corrupt officials during the construction works. But some of them are due to these heavy trucks on the road. You find a truck carrying fuel, a truck carrying heavy cargo.
But there are way bridges on the road. Why doesn't that check that? Yeah,
the way bridges are there, but sometimes you find a truck is recommended to carry that specific cargo. But because of them being many, those days, the frequency, you can find a truck about 100 trucks traveling like on Maraba Highway, and that is unavoidable. And in the due course, even these tarmac things, they are made by human beings.
But before I even get to corruption, there is the whole issue of the flying population certainly are not the ordinary villager in my Uganda, it's west or somewhere else. It's certainly, I think there's a shortage of information in terms of PR, selling that mode of transport better. Why would someone leave Uganda Airlines and prefer to go for another carrier?
I do agree with you. There is that problem of PR, but also the people working in. For example, if you are now put, for example, let us say you are the director UNURA, executive director UNURA. You should empower your staffs, say the name of UNURA, tell them what exactly happens in UNURA, so that people can like your services. I think I will not blame the Ugandans. The people managing the Uganda Airlines, the stakeholders, have not come up clearly what you are saying, Pierre, to explain what happens. Me, when I was taken there, also had a different perspective.
Yes.
But when I visited our CRJs, I visited the Airbus, and I visited the routes very cheap, I was really appreciating.
But well, thankfully, it's part of your assignment in the first 100 days.
Exactly.
I'm sure you're going to do something. Make sure it's an embarrassment that we can have our infant being stolen from. That airline, Uganda Airlines, was something we're looking at, and I hoped that it certainly would really take off.
True.
But away from the airline, I would like to come directly to the modes of transport, but especially catering for the non-motorized transport. That is, people that are not using vehicles, motorcycles or vehicles. In that case, what plans are there to ensure that non-motorized users are well taken care of? Is it an error in design of our roads or of our paths or of our cities, or is it something that has been ignored as a non-essential?
Now you bring in the category of pedestrians.
Pedestrians, those, yes, those who...
Okay, even including the bicycle riders.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. You know, even Roma was not built in one day. And I think those days when they were planning for the roads of Kampala, they did not put into consideration that at one time the city would be full with bicycles, with motorcycles, with heavy vehicles. The pathways for those walking on the way, they are there. But sometimes we find, due to the large number of the borders we have on the road, you have seen sometimes they're encroaching on them. And as government, they have put it a priority that every new road which they are constructing, I think from 3 years back, from the last Kisanja, they should put a word designated paths for pedestrians. I think you have seen the Namirembe Road.
Yes, I've seen the Namirembe
and other
road.
ones.
The other day we were holding the Road Safety Week, and we were looking at the Namirembe Road, and the non-motorized section is used as a market, and we do not benefit. The non-motorized users, those who want to use them, do not benefit because
it is very true.
A market.
Now, even these roads we are going to construct, we are going to consider them, but that's why you see government is coming up with something to do with the flyovers, to do with the express, so that we can reduce the number of the taxis, the number of the motorcycles, which are using the specific roads, so that the small pathways we have for our people who are walking, they are used. But however, these ones where I find where the vendors are occupying their ways, this one I subject it to the greedy people from KCCA who claim they want to create a lot of revenue to the government. In actual senses, they are the ones benefiting. Because I also, I also asked them that, you know, we are getting some tax from these people. When you ask accountability, the tax is not reflected anywhere. But I think these are the things we have to coordinate with KCCA, the Minister for Kampala, and the other stakeholders, together with our ministry. We have these people off those pathways because we have markets and we are creating more markets. If they feel that they should sell their merchandise or their things to the public, let them go to those designated places. We have constructed many markets around so that they can sell to the public. So we have to effect that, remove them. Meanwhile, as also we decongest the city so that a person can move freely with the few pathways we have. Yeah.
All right, thank you, and we look forward to that being implemented for the better of the non-motorized road users.
We shall.
We're looking at another critical thing in your ministry has been the issuance of driving licenses, and say they will be digitally given. How shall we ensure competence and capacity when we are just engaging with people on a digital platform without actually physically testing this?
Actually, let me first appreciate the Uganda Security Printing Company, which took over the process. I can say I visited those people, some in the docket, but you need to appreciate the work so far they have done. It is so good. For the first time in Uganda's history, now you can wake up from here, you go there, acquire your driving permit within 15 minutes. And Uganda, we have gone digital because we have seen other countries which have advanced, which are producing high quality work. That's the route they have taken. And we don't regret to have this. You have seen in Iran and other things, you have them on board security-wise. So the licensing company also has taken up the same. That's why you see they can arrest you on the road. Your permit is expired. You rush very fast. Within the 30 minutes, if you can process 15 minutes documents, 15 minutes you get your permit. You come back on the road. And also that one will reduce accidents. Now, we had...
most of our accidents in Uganda are caused by human error.
It is very true.
About 80%.
It is very true. Even more than that.
Yes.
It is very true. Previously, we have seen the weakness of police, Uganda police, yes. Which is the body which has authority to test someone. They give you a certificate that really this person qualifies to drive a given vehicle. But you know, these police people have got their problem of corruption also. I was commenting on it the other day when we were in the meeting. You go there, when you reach there, you have your 30,000, you have 40,000. Once you pay, they don't even give you a vehicle to drive to see your competency. They clear you, pop, and once you take down there to the security printing company for the licenses, for them they will say signature of the real officer, and for them they will just issue you. What now the Ministry of Works and Transport is saying, we are not saying that we shall bring machines to assess your brain, no. We shall have specific vehicles. But those specific vehicles, they will be connected to the digital system. That as they are testing you, the officer is testing you, the other people down, they are seeing what you are doing. And the digital system is the one scoring you, not saying they will bring a machine to you, and they say maybe your brain can read your brain, but they have a system they're going to create. As you go to that center where they're testing you from, the system is ticking and awarding you. For example, if you do online examinations, they give you online examinations, the system gives you marks. So by the time you finish, the system has already awarded you. You don't need to carry the papers that maybe this officer assessed me, and all. That's the system they want to bring.
Yeah, and that is corruption proofed. Really.
Yeah, and I think this one will work for us.
It will, only that it is so sophisticated. I wish it would happen yesterday, but I can't.
No, what we need to do,
high tech.
What we need to do, let us give it time to start.
Yes. Then
I think that special talk and other things, we can talk about it when it has started, because they have not seen how it is working. Neither me have I gone to other countries to see how it is working. But really, when they give it to you on paper, you study it, they explain to you, really see something is working. Since it is the first of its own kind in the country, it has given it time to start. Then you can come back and explain to our viewers the benefit of it. Where we also see loopholes, we improve. And if you see that it cannot work more than the other which we have, we do with it. These are things which are not permanent, which we keep on changing with time and again.
Unemployment is one of the challenges faced by Uganda, with statistics putting unemployment rate at 64% of the youth population. Could it be the government policy on job creation is a lip service? Or it's because the youth representation in the government is just a name and not a service? Hi, I'm Kathy. Join me on Youth Echo as we discuss matters and challenges faced by the youth today. On High Fast Media, just right where you are, via our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. High Fast Media, connecting audiences.